Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Let me tell you this, man. Big GWOAT is out here chilling. Let's look at this again. She's at a basketball game, minding her business, eating a big plate, barbecue chicken, potato salad, corn on the cob, whatever it was she was eating. But she was there chilling, seemed to be minding her own business. But she was being spied on. Now, some can say, well, look, man, Hood, she's a famous athlete. She's all over the place. Paparazzis and innocent people are going to sit there and record her. So let's not take it to the stupid and look too deep into it. And I partially agree with that. But at the same time, I got to be honest with you. If that doesn't make you a little uncomfortable, then, especially with everything going on with her, I don't know what will. Let's just kind of look at this again, because she was grubbing, wasn't she? She eating the hell out of something. She chewing too, boy. Damn, she chewing. But like she there, does she not realize the whole world watching? She grubbing, boy. Ain't no bone in that chicken. What's she tearing apart? That barbecue chicken. Corn on the cob potato salad she had there. Now I'm gonna tell you, I ain't never seen nobody on the courtside floor, man. Down on the floor eating a goddamn barbecue plate. But hey, that's Big GWOAT, so she can do what she wants. You know what I'm saying? Now, that being said, this whole thing about the spies. Now, I was already telling y'all, man, people watching her and shit. Now, she's not in New York, of course, but people are watching her. And then what? Didn't you see this video? Somebody watching her from the crowd? A bunch of eyeballs on us, like we say in the Caribbean. And, hey, man, the bush have eyes, you know what I'm saying? Because you be walking out there at night and you just see these red lights illuminating from the bushes. People sitting there pulling on their little weed and shit. And you don't even realize it. You just see they're watching you. Claressa is like out there in the game. The shit have eyeballs. They're watching her. But it's creating some debate across social media because some are saying it's not a big deal. Others are saying it is. I don't know if it's completely harmless. But I do know she ain't like it because she was like, yo, you mean to tell me y'all record me while I'm eating? She has a loss of privacy. And I don't think she realizes the larger issue facing her, like a lot of celebrities. Her privacy is gone now. It's gone. And she got a lot to worry about. Someone's going to be innocent, but there's other things she need to worry about. I wouldn't be surprised if the next step is someone to go interfere with her domicile. Like, shit is just crazy to me. Like some people look at this and see it as minor. I see it as major because I know what's to come. You know what I'm saying? Somebody sees somebody do something, they go and decide to do the same thing, and someone does it. Next thing you know, it just starts to, amplify. But when you're one of the most recognizable athletes in the world, I mean, you're never truly off the clock when it comes to people watching you. You know what I'm saying? So let's just understand this. Many people focus on what was being recorded, right? Where she was sitting, what she was eating, who she was or wasn't with, because Pat Pools, he wasn't there, right? But the bigger issue isn't the plate of food, even though it looked like she had the little barbecue chicken, potato salad, corn on the cob on there, and that chicken. I thought I saw a drumstick, but that shit looked boneless the way she was licking it up. Now, if it wasn't all that on the plate, maybe I'm wrong, but the Hood Champion eyeball, I'm getting a little bit older now, but I thought I saw, potato salad, corn on the cob, and chicken with bone, but she was eating that shit like it was boneless. But that don't have nothing to do with anything. Because the bigger issue, it's not the plate of food. It's that someone felt compelled to record her in the first place. And that's the reality of modern fame and drama and attention and going viral and wanting to be the villain. For celebrities, a normal moment can become content for thousands of millions of people. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. This is the camera age. And Claressa's living in that. And she should know that because all the attention on her as a result of the camera and her being in front of the camera and saying what she wants to say and act the way she wants to act. 20 years ago, a famous athlete could attend an event and largely blend into the crowd and just chill. HBO used to have all them boxing events. You had all kind of famous people, A-listers in the crowd. They just go and blend in. Nobody's stressed about it. Now everybody want to get their cameras out and record you. You got a smartphone. They got social media accounts. You got video capabilities. Got live streaming capabilities. They want you on that because it's about clicks and views, especially when you've done everything to go viral. Now you're going viral. You can't not like it because that's what you wanted. Every public appearance of Claressa Shields, now more than ever, is going to carry the possibility of being recorded and the possibility of there being signs of threat and potentially being harmed. There's no such thing as truly private public outings for famous athletes like Claressa Shields, especially her. Now, why would somebody record a celebrity? Look, if you're just recording a celebrity, most people aren't going to be dangerous, all right? They usually fall into a few categories. You got a fan, people who are usually excited to see someone famous, content creators, people looking for engagement and views, sports followers, people documenting an athlete's appearance, curious spectators, people who simply find the moment interesting. You know what I'm saying? But in most cases, the motivation is attention or curiosity rather than harm. But at the same time, for Claressa Shields, some people find this shit concerning. And I know I do. Because even if a recording appears harmless, some observers view it differently. Their concern is not the individual video. Their concern is the pattern. Questions they ask: how often is this happening? In addition to that, how often is she letting people know where she's going to be? Stop letting people know about your whereabouts. Don't do that. I don't know why she wants to let the world know where the fuck she's going to be at. Stop. Just pop up on them. You know what I'm saying? Style on them, but don't announce where you're going. That's the biggest mistake she makes. But people are asking the question, how often does this shit happen with every recording her when she out and about, man? How many people are recording her without her even noticing? And how many photos are being taken now? How many locations are becoming publicly known? People are posting her location. You know, this is the shit that for me, it's like, yo, what's going on here? People are going to start posting her location now? While she's still there? Like, this is all bad. Even if you have harmless intentions, there's other people be looking like, oh, she's here. People think that shit is funny. That shit ain't funny to me, man. And I think all these concerns are understandable because public figures can become accustomed to being observed without knowing exactly who's watching, and they're not necessarily going to like what's being recorded and just knowing that, damn, there's all these eyes in the bushes watching me. There's a difference between attention and obsession. This is where things become important because some people are obsessed with finding where she's at and finding her location. And even if it's not to harm her, they want to get on video. They want to find a way to humiliate her. This guy posted his video, Big GWOAT eating. Let's watch that again. Because like I said, I ain't never seen nobody, have a whole rotisserie chicken and eat that shit like it was boneless. You know what I mean? That shit looked boneless to me by the time she finished with it. Chewing, boy. So again, you can see right there, she was doing a thing. She was grubby, wasn't she? But she's got the attention. But my thing is the obsession. The obsession, man. Because most of the attention is going to be harmless, but obsessive attention is different. And that's what I think Claressa has going on. Now, I'll tell you this. Maybe a healthy interest. Watching fights, following interviews, discussing performances, right? Nothing wrong with that. That's how most of us are. Unhealthy interest, tracking locations, repeatedly following someone, harassment, stalking behavior. That shit is scary. And this is the direction I think things are going. Because the vast majority of fans, they'll never cross these lines. But she has anti-fans. You understand? They're going to cross the line. And depending on where she shows up, especially if she's without security or without papoose, she is more than vulnerable. She's no longer safe, man. But public figures often have to think about the small percentage who just may want to poke them, may want to harm them, may want to bring them bad. You know what I'm saying? They got to think about that. And if she ain't thinking about that, that's a failure on her part. She got to wake up. Because to see there's some spy in there, you at a game chilling. And they recording you and shit now. I think that's the first time where I've seen somebody most of the shit I see on her, she's recording it herself. I don't think I've ever seen nothing where somebody secretly recorded her and posted it. That's the first time. That's the first time I've seen that. Now, if there's something else out there, y'all can share the link with me, but all I'll say is security matters for a high-profile athlete for Claressa Shields. Many athletes travel with security and maintain heightened awareness. It's smart. Not necessarily because a specific threat exists, because of the potential and because they're recognizable. Emotions can run high. Large crowds can be unpredictable. Even single individuals that's walking around chilling. The silent assassin, they're very unpredictable. You don't know who it's going to be. You don't know what they're going to look like, size, shape, form. You don't know. So security is really about prevention rather than reaction. You got to be proactive, not reactive, man. It's like me coming up in the combat air forces. We were fucking proactive. Then I went over to Air Mobility, the Air Mobility Command. They just sat back waiting for missions. My mentality was different. I was go, go, go. Everything was a break glass in case of emergency moment for me. I was crazy. I went over there, them lazy motherfuckers, and I was like, they thought something was wrong with me. But I think that's how she needs to be. She's got to be more of that combat air forces type motherfucker where it's like proactive. Don't wait for nothing. Anticipate what may be coming and get ahead of it. That's how she need to be with her security team. Not like the Air Mobility Command, just wait for missions. Oh, got a cargo shipment? All right, well, guess we'll get up and we'll ship it. Get the pilots together, maintainers come, get the aircraft ready. All right, let's load it up, fly it over. Nah, fuck that. She got to be combat minded, man. Because the real deal is starting, people, and I'm just telling you right now, there's a psychological effect of constant observation, and it's going to start taking a toll on Claressa. The one challenge may be that we need to discuss the feeling of Claressa being watched all the time now. Just try to imagine. Someone may photograph you at dinner, at the pool, inside a gym locker room, record you at an airport, video of you eating. Just anything, man. For some people, that pressure becomes exhausting. And there's so many women that don't like her. I could see somebody in a locker room where she just may happen to be at. That's why she got the money, man. Set up your own crib. I got a full gym over here at my crib. Full gym, man. If I got one, why she don't have one? And I still go and do my workouts at other, but I got a whole, I don't have to go nowhere. I just like to go out there with a little crew in the morning. We do our little boxing workouts and shit. But anything, I come right here and do it, man. My sons all work out here at the crib. Sometimes them boys don't be wanting to go nowhere. They go right there in the gym and get busy. So she should think about doing that. Because what additional stress does she need? Because that's what it creates. She don't need any more stress. She's gonna be hyper aware, anxiety. She already seemed to have a little bit of a chip on her shoulder. She's really gonna start to distrust people, and she's probably gonna start to distrust people and strangers who people have good intentions towards her, but bridges are gonna get burnt because again, that mental fatigue and not knowing who you can trust. Because you got all these spies and these anti-fans out here trying to bring you down. But I got to be honest with you. This comes with fame. It also comes with you being toxic and out here provoking and antagonizing the public. It's sad, man. Whether fans love or dislike an athlete, high visibility comes with consequences. The more famous a person becomes, which Claressa is extremely famous right now, as a result, a lot of people recognize her, and they don't recognize her for the right reasons. It ain't really about boxing. It's like, oh, that's the viral chick. That's why there's so many conversations about it. People are like, oh, there's all these different conversations being generated. Yeah, and it ain't gonna stop, man. And there's gonna be even more recordings. So you already she think, wow, everybody talks about me. Wait till you see all the videos gonna be flooded of people recording her now. Like you watch, it's gonna get stupid. It's gonna get fucking ridiculous, man. And this is true. It ain't just her. It's sports, entertainment, politics. Once these paparazzis realize they can make some money off of Claressa, or fans realize they can make some money off recording her, a video of her doing something, especially something that looks a bit compromising or suspicious or weird, they're going to be trying to sell that shit. Let me tell you something. I believe Claressa, as an athlete who's achieved what she achieves, understands sacrifice. But one thing I don't think Claressa wants to sacrifice is her privacy. She may want the fame, but she don't want to sacrifice her privacy. She want to be able to get up and go like she's always been able to do without anybody paying her any damn attention. Now she can't do that. There's a real lesson in all this, man. A real lesson. I think the most important takeaway is just, being recorded in public doesn't automatically mean that people like you. It doesn't automatically mean you're being stalked or talked about, but it does mean that your privacy is gone. It just reminds us that public figures experience a level of observation that most people never had to think about. And especially with someone like Claressa Shields, I mean, she's brought all that attention on herself. So now she's out here. She's got to balance. And it's going to be challenging, but she has got to figure out how to balance accessibility. She's too accessible by any and everyone can get up on her. That's not okay, especially with all this shit floating around out here. She better move intelligently, man, and get a security detail that don't play and that are proactive. Because Claressa Shields, I just feel, man, I'm just watching. I'm like, that to me was just like a little test. Can we get to her? Yeah, she out and about. So she better get a security detail, man. And try to balance that public engagement as well, her personal privacy and her personal safety. Because she's in a world where everyone carries a camera and they're quick to post things and then they'll post your location. And they always got the people on the sidelines who don't have good intentions who show up and try to make you miserable. Even if there's a shouting, an exchange, in some kind of shouting match, or someone throws an egg at her like they did at Webenyama. That's all people need. And then, of course, you got the extreme shit where someone tries to assault her. But, I mean, you just don't know. But to me, I just said, uh-oh. That right there is the warning shot. Spy secretly recording Big GWOAT. She had no idea they were watching her. I'm sure most people, everybody in that crowd had no idea. Some probably even know who the hell she was. So this shit ain't just about her being at a basketball game, eating barbecue chicken, rotisserie chicken, potato salad, and corn on the cob. It's more about the reality of modern celebrity, man. When an athlete becomes famous enough, everyday moments stop being ordinary. And she didn't want her days to be ordinary, but now she seems like she may want some of that because this fame shit she getting, I don't think is what she thought it was going to be. You want to go out to the game, you want to eat a little meal in public, you want to have a casual appearance, instantly it becomes internet content. Everything she does is internet content, but she said she's going to own the internet. She's the algorithm. You are. And for some fans, that's harmless curiosity. But for athletes, it can be reminded that fame often comes with a price. That feeling is someone always watching. And then by other people out there, the anti-fans, it ain't harmless curiosity. They're curious on how they can get to her and harm her. Let's just hope it all remains innocent. People get their clicks, and that's it. Y'all keep cool up in the breeze.